Hi, so my name is CJ. I teach the SAT writing portion of the test. And a lot of people think that SAT writing is like writing an essay. But what the SAT is primarily taking a look at is just grammar concepts. Okay, do you know the proper grammar? Is it incorrect? Why is it incorrect? So the way the class works is we don't jump straight into solving questions. What we usually do for the concept class, we spend a week or a week and a half. For the higher level class, we spend a day or two. And what we really do is we just go over all the different grammar concepts. Punctuation. When do we use a semicolon? When do we use a colon? When do we use commas, for example? Verbs. What is subject-verb agreement? What tense is the verb? Is it past perfect tense? Is it present perfect tense? We go over every single concept to make sure all the students are on the same page. Other ideas like independent clauses, full sentences, what makes up a full sentence? Dependent clauses, things that we add to sentences, such as anything that gives additional information, anything that builds upon the main idea. And lastly, this is partially reading, but we do take a look at transitions. The SAT is going to give two different sentences. You have to choose the transition that marks the correct relationship between the two sentences. So after we go over all the grammar concepts, writing is really about repetition, identifying the question type, whether it's punctuation, and applying that knowledge. So for homework, we usually go over a problem set. All these problem sets are based off of actual past SAT paper tests. So the reason we're still using the paper test, even though the test is digital, is because that's the exact difficulty that you're going to find on the digital test as well. When I asked students, some of the students actually did mention, oh, I saw this passage on the digital test, but it was from the paper test. So that works out both ways. Not only do we get the same difficulty, but there is a chance of seeing a previous question on the digital test. So when we take a look at the format, like I said, there's grammar concept lectures, there's going to be a review of homework, and there's going to be an extra problem set solved during class. Similar to reading, it's all going to be timed. Ideally, on the digital SAT, there's going to be 10 to 12 grammar concept questions, and ideally, students want to finish that within 5 minutes. Grammar is really black and white. It's either right or wrong. There's no middle ground, gray area in between. And the reason we want to time it so much and try to solve it as accurately and quickly as possible is because then you get to spend more time on reading. You get to spend a little bit more time analyzing the passage in the reading part of the test. So that's why we try to work as quickly as possible. If we take a look at how we review, this is from a past mock test. First thing I always do, I identify the question type. Is it a punctuation question? Is it a verb question? Is it a non-essential clause question? For every answer choice, what I do with the students, I identify whether we're given dependent, independent clauses. We go over why every answer choice is incorrect, and then we talk about why the best answer is the best answer. A lot of students do say my handwriting is really bad, and I do say I have to agree with them, but they kind of grow used to it. They're able to figure out my little medical handwriting. If we take a look at the students are much neater, obviously. This is an exact copy of what a student did for the past correction notes. Again, pretty much I do it for them on the board. They take notes during class, and when they do their correction notes, they do it one more time to make sure that we're going over the concept 3 times so they don't make similar mistakes in the future.